Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of XRP. Right now we're at 22 cents. We're up 0.9%. And the main thing that I wanted to do, guys, was step back on the one-day chart here. So each candle is going to represent one day. And what we're going to be looking at is if XRP is finally starting to put in that bottom. We're starting to find the bottom, see if maybe we can reverse up from here. And one of the things that I'm seeing is a potential hammer candle. And guys, whenever you see a hammer candle, and remember, we have not closed today. So that's the main thing. You got to wait for the close to make sure this is a hammer candle. But this definitely would qualify as some type of a hammer candle. For a hammer candle, what you want to see is the wick 2 to 3 times as long as the body, and that would definitely qualify here. Now we have a little bit of a wick on the top there, which you don't necessarily want, but as the day goes on, that's what we're going to have to look for to just see where we close. But whenever you get a hammer candle on a big stick of volume like this, that may mean that we're slowly starting to reverse now. But what you'd want to do is wait for confirmation. In my opinion, if we do end up putting in some type of a hammer candle today, you'd want to wait for the confirmation tomorrow to see if we're going to continue in this direction and if that was the bottom. And if that is the bottom, guys, then we can start coming up here and maybe testing around 23, almost 24 cents, then be around our 20 EMA at around 25.5 cents. And what we do is just slowly start working our way back up. But what I wanted to point out to you all is the fact that we're getting this hammer candle and our RSI is in oversold territory. Right now we're at 26.94. Anything under 30 is going to be oversold. The cryptocurrency space, though, I kind of like to put the RSI at 80 as overbought, 20 is oversold, just because we can get so extreme. But it's exciting to see if we could put in this hammer candle. Maybe that's the spot we're going to reverse. Because remember, guys, we were talking about changing the trend for so long here. And what happened was we went from an intermediate term downtrend with lower highs and lower lows, and then we started to have this short-term uptrend. And you can see this yellow trend line we were paying attention to for the longest time. And I was telling you guys, you know, if we break down through that and we also lose the 50-day moving average, we could probably go down pretty low. We were talking about that in last week's video, and we ended up losing here, guys. As soon as we broke down through that, we went as low as about 26% we ended up losing. So that's why even trend line breaks on the short term can be so significant. You don't want to lose 26% of what you've put in, guys. And that's where I'm here. I want to try to help people protect themselves and maybe make, you know, more ration decisions as opposed to FOMOing. I've FOMO'd in this market before. The last thing you want to do is FOMO. Even right now, in my opinion, it would be a FOMO if you just jumped in right now, just seeing what we see without, you know, watching the candle close for the day, because in a 24-hour market, things can change so fast, so violently, you know, to the upside or the downside, and you just always want to have a plan and you want to be ready. But what's tough is the moving averages now, guys, the 9, the 20, the 50, the 200 is acting as overhead resistance now, as well as this trend line that we broke down through. So whenever you see a trend line break with a moving average break, how we lost that 50-day moving average, guys, most likely that's the time to be getting out. Just like if you're in an uptrend and we have a pullback onto that 50-day moving average and back onto that trend line, and you see a bullish reversal candlestick pattern off there, that may be the time to go long. And that's the stuff that I'm looking for, guys. Now, in terms of upside alarms, I still have my upside alarm at about 32 cents. And that would be for us to start getting back over top of this high, which we need to do, because here, guys, where we're at now, we have a lower high and we lost this short-term uptrend. So now we have to start trying to build another short-term uptrend. And it's all going to depend on this bounce. If we get a nice strong bounce out of here, then we could really get moving. But if it's a weak bounce and we just come up a little bit and then tomorrow or the next day we start to roll over, then I'm going to be looking down around 19 cents as support. So I think that's going to be an important area for us, guys. Next thing I wanted to look at was just a few indicators. And guys, if you like me covering XRP and you like me being honest with you here, trying to show you my opinion, and if I'm able to help save you guys some money and not FOMO into this market, let me know down low. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share. I know there's so many people in the XRP space or just the cryptocurrency space who are saying XRP is going to $200, XRP is going to $300 by the end of the year. Guys, we're at 22 cents. We have to be realistic. If XRP by the end of the year could get back to around 50 cents, or even if we can get up around that 60, 75 cents, that would be absolutely amazing, because you have to look at it in percentage gains. But for something to go to $100 or $200, guys, just be very careful out there who you listen to. That's all I'm trying to say. Just really look at the price action and then make your decision. That's the number one thing that I can tell you. So looking at the stock RSI here, we are at 9 and 7, so we are in that oversold territory there. It looks like we're starting to get a little bit of a cross here, which would be good. You always want to see these bullish crosses on something like that, you know, hammer candle or a doji candle where you're having that indecision, or a bullish engulfing candle, to where that may be another confirmation that we may have a nice move to the upside here. So guys, just be very careful right now. We are in that oversold conditions. Could things get worse? Absolutely, but really wait to see what happens with this candle today. Wait to see where it closes, see if it ends up being a very strong hammer candle, because typically, guys, just like over here where we had this big dump and we dumped on heavy volumes, sometimes that can be where the reversal happens. That's your volume climax, and then you start moving back up, just like we had here. We dumped on heavy volume, and then we started this short-term uptrend for the next month. And now what we're having is another high volume day right down in here at a key area. So let's see if we can get some follow through. That's what I'm looking for, guys. But just be careful in this space. Anything can happen. You know, we could go down to 14, 15 cents in the blink of an eye. That's just how it is in this space. But, you know, guys, protect yourself. Really study, really read. I appreciate you being here with me today. You get some from these, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's see where that candle closes today. Let's see if we can close in a hammer, and let's see if we can end up making a nice move to the upside in the days to come. That's what I'm looking for. So God bless, guys. Take care.